Now let's take a look at a similar problem, but our numbers aren't in standard form. So this problem adds an extra step. Not only are we answering a similar question below and of course explaining our answer, we need to make sure we put both of these numbers into a similar form so that we can compare them. You can compare them like this, but if we don't convert them into the same format, it's far easier to make a mistake. Now, in our previous problem, we did use expanded form. So it would definitely be a good idea to put this one in expanded form as well. And also we're going to put them in standard form. So I'm going to use my text tool. Perfect. Or not quite perfect, but almost there. So 900,000 plus 5,000 plus 200 plus 7. Let's go ahead and put that in standard form. We have to be really careful that we use zeros as placeholders because it looks like we only have 4 digits, but we actually don't. We have more than that. So if I have 900,000, we start with 9 plus 5,000. Well, I know I'm missing a 10,000 number, which is, I can just put it as 0. So I'm going to put 0, that's my placeholder. Then I have 5,000, then we're going to do a comma, plus 207. Well, I don't want to do this because that's 27, and I don't want to do this because that's 270. Make sure you use your zeros as placeholders. So I'm going to do 207. Don't let this fool you. Make sure you are putting your placeholders, your zeros. So I have 905,207. For this one, it's in written form, so I'm going to put it both in standard form and then expanded form. So let's go ahead and put it in standard form below this number. So 432,000, 432, but we're in our thousands, so we know we have our hundreds, tens, and ones after this. So 432,501. Nope, 501. Excellent. Now let's put this expanded form on top of each other. That way we can easily compare. So it's already there for us. 900,000 plus 5,000 plus 200 plus, not minus, plus 7. Then below, 432,000, now we need to put it in expanded form, plus 30,000, plus 2,000, plus 500 plus 1. I'm going to see if I can stretch this to make it on the same line. Awesome. Now you can go ahead and compare like your previous times. How many times greater is the value of 5 in the first number than the value of the 5 in the second number? Explain your answer. Well, let's find our 5s. Perfect, or almost perfect. And then we have 5 and 5. This is 5,000. This is 500. How many times greater is 5,000 than 500? Well, what do we have to multiply 500 by to get to 5,000? I noticed that there's only one extra 0 in 5,000. There's just one. So if there's just one extra 0, well, let's make this lovely text box smaller. There we go. If I only need to add 1 0, then I'm going to have 500 times what? Times 10 to add a 0, and now I have 5,000. So I know the value of the 5 in 5,000 is 10 times greater than 500 because we had to multiply 500 times 10 to get to 10,000. So, or not 10,000, excuse me, 5,000. So it is 10 times greater. And once again, make sure you explain your answer. You show your work over here, you show your learning, and then use your text tool to explain the steps you took. Because if I looked at this right now, it makes sense to me, and it makes sense to you because I just verbally told you. However, if someone saw this without any explanation, they might be slightly confused. So then use your text tool to explain your answer.